Hello, and my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Today, we're going to be talking about signs your ex misses you, or really anyone for that matter. If you know what to look for, it's actually quite easy to pick up on the signs that a person misses you. This is because on this planet, although at times we may seem physically so far away from another person, energetically, we are always connected. This is even more true for people in our lives that we've had a very close and personal connection with. Our relationships in life never dissolve completely. We carry them with us, within our hearts, within our souls. They become a part of us. Even long after that relationship appears to have ended physically, it still continues energetically. This is why when you become friends with someone, do you ever have those friends where you could go months and months without seeing each other or even barely talking, but then when you do see each other again, you connect as if you had seen them only yesterday and been hanging out with them that whole time? The reason this is possible is because you carried forward your relationship with them energetically, even as you weren't making contact physically. So, in a sense, it sounds weird, but your higher selves were always communicating through that time. You never dissolved or severed that connection. So when it comes to your ex, because you had such a deep, intimate relationship with them, that relationship actually still exists. And because that relationship still exists, it's always possible for you to tune into that energy and to send a message energetically to the other person, almost as we would think of telepathically. And it's also possible for you to sense into how they're feeling. Now, when someone misses you, you will know. If you know what signs to look for, you will know, because the universe will send you signs. There will be evidence around you that this person is thinking about you, because as we know by understanding the law of attraction, our thoughts impact our reality, and the person that misses you, as they miss you, those thoughts of longing, those thoughts of sadness over the loss of your relationship ripple outward into the universe and impact physical reality in certain ways that you can notice and pick up on. So even if you don't consider yourself a highly psychic person, even though I do believe we all are born with psychic abilities, just some come into this world with them more refined than others, and some of us refine them more throughout life, while others of us prefer to go through life kind of shoving down these abilities. But anyway, regardless of whether you feel that you have a little bit of psychic ability or not, you are still going to be able to pick up on these signs. So this will work for anyone, whoever you are. You will find these signs useful in finding out if your ex or anyone in your life still misses you. Number 1, when someone misses you, you will find yourself thinking of them all the time, out of the blue. And this sign really, you can only interpret this as a sign if you haven't been thinking about them much before. So there actually is a lot of truth to that saying. If you're thinking about someone a lot, it could mean that you're on their mind, because in the case of, say, with an ex, you know that this is a sign. If you haven't been thinking about your ex for a long time, they really haven't been on your mind, You've been going about your life happily, living your life, feeling pretty good. Maybe romantically, you've even moved on to someone else. You have no romantic feelings for them. If suddenly, out of nowhere, you find that their name, their face is just popping into your head all the time, especially when it's associated with a feeling of sadness. So this is an especially telling sign when it happens in the middle of the day. Say you're at the supermarket and you're buying groceries or something. All of a sudden, you see this person's face, you see their name in your mind, and you feel a sadness associated with that. And you find it strange because maybe you and this person broke up months or years ago, or you've both seemingly moved on, or at least you've moved on. But if you find consistently that their name and face is popping into your mind, especially associated with feelings of sadness or grief or kind of a sad, wistful longing, that is a very clear sign that that person has been missing you, and that those thought vibrations they're sending out are actually what you're picking up on. In a sense, they are telepathically, without realizing it, communicating that they're missing you with you without saying it. So sign number 2, this goes along somewhat with the first sign, but you will find that they appear in your dreams, or when you're about to fall asleep, or when you first wake up. How this is connected to sign number 1 is, okay, so when someone is thinking about you or missing you, you absolutely will receive it as a thought about them. But the thing is, a lot of times during the day, our conscious mind is so distracted and busy and chaotic that although these thoughts are still being transmitted to you kind of psychically or telepathically by this person, they will be clouded or sometimes completely overshadowed by the chaos of the day, everything you're doing that day, everything you're trying to get done or accomplish, everything you're thinking about. Your day-to-day tasks will often cloud these messages that you're getting from this person. So you either won't even realize that you're receiving them, or you'll receive them and immediately throw them away in your mental trash can thinking, I don't know why I thought of that, doesn't seem important to me, and go about your day. So the reason it's significant, if you think about them before you fall asleep or when you wake up, is because these are the times where your conscious mind, sometimes for the first time all day, takes a break, takes a seat, kind of begins to rest and relax. And so your subconscious is wide open and incredibly impressionable. This is the same reason that we say it's the best time to listen to subliminal affirmations tracks is before you fall asleep or right when you wake up, because your subconscious is very impressionable at those times, which, by the way, I'll just insert a little plug here. We've created a huge library and a growing library of subliminal tracks. These tracks are very powerful and can transform your life, even help you to, we have certain tracks designed to help you transmit messages to an ex or to a specific person, or to reconnect with an ex, or to attract more love into your life. So feel free to explore our library of tracks. The link will be in the description box below, and we're also currently offering a 7-day free trial for unlimited access to our entire library of subliminals. So that's the end of my little plug there. I just am so excited about those, so I wanted to share it with you guys. But anyway, so yes, those are the times where your brain is the most impressionable. So if you find yourself thinking of your ex randomly, especially, again, notice the feelings associated with it, because the key here is when you think of someone randomly through the day, that usually is an indication that they're on your mind, but it doesn't always mean that they miss you. It could mean that they're angry at you, that they just have something they want to say to you, that they are in love with you, that they are talking about you. I mean, there's a million different reasons that someone could be thinking about you or talking about you and that you could pick up on. So just because you think of them alone doesn't mean necessarily that they miss you. That may or may not be the emotion they're feeling. So to know what emotion they're feeling associated with you, you need to pay attention to how you feel as their name or face or image or a memory with them pops into your brain. Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? And especially when these emotions are uncharacteristic or really don't reflect how you actually feel about them. Sounds weird, right? Like you could feel some way about someone that you don't actually feel. But what I mean is, suddenly it pops into your head, I miss this person. But in your day-to-day life, you don't miss this person. You're happy without them, genuinely moving on with your life. But suddenly you have a thought of missing them. This is a very clear indication that they miss you. So pay attention to those times, the times when you're falling asleep, the times when you're waking up, and most importantly, we need to talk about the time that you're sleeping. Dreams are complicated, okay? We all understand that. We all know that there are many different types of dreams. I've talked about this in other videos. Dreams are fascinating to me because in our dreams, we can receive messages from the universe. We can also be working through things in our subconscious that aren't messages at all, but are just us kind of working through our own fears and insecurities. We can dream travel, so we can astral travel to other realms. We can even meet others in our dreams. We can do so many amazing things during sleep time. But in relation to this video, if you find yourself consistently dreaming of a person, this is usually an indication that there is some kind of psychic connection that has been formed between you and this person. Now, the reason why, there could be many reasons why. Yes, one of them could be that this person misses you, because if you find yourself dreaming of your ex completely randomly, when you haven't dreamt of them in seemingly years, and suddenly you're dreaming that you're with them again, or you're dreaming of romantic scenes with them, or you're kind of, I call this memory dreaming, but dreaming of things, times in the past, maybe past memories or things that could have happened in the past. So in your dream, you're like your younger self when you were with them, and you're interacting with them as if it was that time, but the things that are happening in your dream may not be actual memories of things that happened in real life, just that you're almost kind of time traveling in your dream a little bit. So if you're dreaming romantically of them, and this is especially true, again, if you haven't consciously been thinking about them or missing them, and you suddenly find yourself dreaming of them, very, very good sign that your ex still misses you. What's the third psychic sign that your ex misses you? So I said this in my video on how to tell someone is thinking about you. So this sign, it's a little iffy. It could really go either way. It's a sign, again, that someone is thinking about you, but it may or may not mean that they miss you. So this is the sign when you see things everywhere that make you think of them. So you see their name everywhere, or you hear their name everywhere. Or, oh, here's another one. So when you're out and you see a person that you think is them, but there's no way that it could be them. Like, say you were on vacation in a different state, and there is like absolutely no probability, no likelihood that you would be seeing them, but you see someone who you just see and instantly think, you're just almost sure that it's them. These are all signs that you're kind of picking up on this person thinking about you. Maybe you're just hearing things that just naturally remind you of them. Like you always had a certain nickname for them, and suddenly you're out, shopping or something, and you hear someone using that nickname with their significant other, and it's like something really special or unique. Maybe you even imagine that you hear their voice saying something to you, like you're in a crowd and you think you hear them saying your name, or something like that. These are all signs that really your subconscious is actually picking up that they miss you, and your conscious mind is taking these signs and then interpreting them as physical senses like sight, thinking you see them, hearing, thinking you hear their voice, smelling, like if you smell their cologne or their perfume, and it's especially if it's like a unique scent that you really never smell anywhere and you start smelling it out of the blue, like these could all be signs that really it's essentially your subconscious picking up that they miss you, and your conscious mind doesn't really know what to do with that information. Your conscious mind knows that your subconscious is like sensing this person near energetically. So they could be very far away, but the subconscious senses that this person is with you, metaphorically, with you energetically, thinking of you, like their energy is present with you. And your conscious mind essentially takes those feelings from the subconscious and interprets them with like you smelling them, their cologne, you thinking you see them, thinking you hear them. So that's a very good sign that your ex is still missing you. Let me know in the comments if you're experiencing any of these signs. I personally find these topics and videos very interesting, the kind of how to pick up psychic signs of this or that. I find these so fascinating. I find the mind, the power of the mind, so fascinating in the ways that we connect with other people. Let me know if you feel the same way about these videos. If you enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel. Here at Magnetize Yourself, we're creating an incredible community. I was looking for the best word there. An incredible community of like-minded, powerful creative beings, which, in case you've forgotten, you are a powerful creative being. You can be, do, or have absolutely anything in this world. I hope I can reawaken you to that remembering, that soul remembering of your own power. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next podcast.